It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: Nigeria at 61. Why Buhari is right to say that no government has done what his government has done. Our great country has once again crossed into a new year. Nigeria at 61 years is a good thing, and as such, every October 1st is a public holiday to give honor to the new age. The Buhari-led administration has been governing the country for the past 6 years, and truly, Nigerians have seen tremendous change. Earlier today, Buhari made a nationwide broadcast to Nigerians, which he praised the new year and also wished Nigerians a further Independence Day. He furthermore let Nigerians know that no government since 1999 has done what his government has done in 6 years of his ruling in order to put Nigeria back on track. Buhari also promised that he would continue to serve Nigerians, listen to their demands, and protect our democracy. As Buhari earlier said, his government has truly been different from the previous ones before him. Since 1999, it is wise to recall that no government in the past had done anything as the Survivor Fund program or the National Youth Investment Fund program, which has over 774,000 beneficiaries across 774 local governments nationwide. Aside from that, many Nigerians have benefited from the 300 billion COVID-19 targeted credit facility. And according to reports, more than 150 billion has been disbursed so far to support small businesses, households, and young Nigerians with federal grants, loans, and stipends. In truth, every Nigerian can attest that no previous government has done such a thing for its citizens. And this is an analysis by a writer saying that the 1st of October public holiday gives honor to the new age because President Muhammadu Buhari has actually done what no government has done for 6 years now, since 1999. That is what his government has done in 6 years. No other government has done it since 1999 till date, citing that the Survivor Fund program for the National Youth Investment Fund beneficiaries across the 774 local government areas nationwide had actually benefited from this, and that no previous government had actually done such a thing for their citizens. Buhari, who took more than 6 months to constitute his cabinet, and sadly, the cabinet ministers are mostly opportunistic, cash-guzzling politicians with zero commitment to Nigeria's national economic revolution and advancement. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria actually said that Nigeria has continued to meander the path befitting failed, weak, and juvenile states, a state that had very great prospects. They averred that it was disturbing to note that while Nigeria is the third most terrorized country in the world, next to Afghanistan and Iraq, the Buhari-led government actions are centered on cows in such a way that cows are more secure in Nigeria than Nigerians, just as the herders are armed to the teeth to the knowledge of government authorities. Also, the Human Rights Writers Association revealed that Nigeria's public debt stock, which has reached $84 billion, with debt service costs galloping about 80% of entire government revenue. Nigeria's external debt increased by 107.4% from $12.6 billion in 2015 to $27.4 billion by the end of 2019. Furthermore, the rights group expressed worries that between March and June 2020, a total of $10.26 billion new debt was approved by the National Assembly, while other approvals for more loans were also given this 2021. Of the 4 administrations who have led Nigeria since our return to democracy in 1999, the current administration holds the worst records in terms of economic growth. Olusegun Obasanjo regime from 1999 to 2007 has had an average growth of 6.9%. His immediate successor, Umaru Yar'Adua, did even better in his 2 years with an average growth rate of 7.6%, while Goodluck Jonathan delivered 5% growth rate in a 6-year term as president that ended in 2015. The group added. Relatedly, Human Rights Writers Association also used the occasion of the 61st independence celebration of Nigeria to call for cessation of conflicts and attacks in the southeast of Nigeria so dialogue can be embraced. The Human Rights Writers Association further called on indigenous people of Biafra to strictly enforce the suspension of the Monday sit-at-home order, as well as the United Nations for intervention and the release of Kanu. And these were the words of the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, that the Independence Day celebration was just a charade and that the Buhari-led administration needs to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where they say that the country is actually failed already, and the ineptitude, incompetence, and insensitive high-handedness, and also the nepotism by the Buhari-led administration of the country has led us all into disaster and woes. The group also said that that good governance has actually been abandoned, and that Nigerians are now suffering from conflict and terrorism in the country, saying that President Muhammadu Buhari is actually falling into this kind of mess because of the kind of people he surrounded himself with, such as Garba Shehu, who is the presidential aide, and also that all the other people who are just not telling President Muhammadu Buhari the truth just because of their selfish and pedestrian interests. The Human Rights Writers Association also challenged President Muhammadu Buhari to initiate concrete, genuine, and deep national reconciliation and dialogue, and not to go after people that are clamoring for their right to self-determination. In a statement signed by National Coordinator Comrade Emmanuel Onwubiko, Human Rights Writers Association carpeted the nation's political class for their alleged collective and classical lack of leadership acumen. The experience of Nigerians since 2015 has actually been impressive. And before then, Nigeria was the third fastest growing economy in the world, next to China and India, with a growth rate of close to 7%, but the economy contracted immediately after swearing in of President Muhammadu Buhari took more than 6 months to constitute his cabinet. Therefore, the human rights writers of Nigeria had actually said that the state of Nigeria now is disturbing because it is now the third most terrorized country in the world, next to Afghanistan and Iraq, and that the only thing that the Buhari-led administration is doing is centered on cows, and that Nigerians, just as others, are armed to the teeth to the knowledge of the government authorities, and that the past government had actually recorded a good growth in the economy than the present President Muhammadu Buhari's regime, saying that there is need for the indigenous people of IPOB to continue with the agitations to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thanks for listening.